Celebrities stay getting exposed almost every day. There are always those eagle-eyed fans who are looking for the next big scandal, so when that time comes, they gather their receipts and expose whoever is next up on the chopping block. We've seen this happen countless times with so many celebrities, so today, let's get to counting down the top 10 celebrities who were exposed by their fans. At number 10, Justin Bieber. You never know where you're going to meet your next crush. A lot of the time, we come across people online who we think are cute and want to shoot our shot. Well, this happened with Justin Bieber in kind of a weird way. It started with nutrition and fitness coach Jessica Gober and her suggestion that the gym she worked for start posting on their Instagram more to get some more traction to their business. Well, Jessie's suggestion worked very well, but instead of attracting business, she attracted love. The gym posted a boomerang of Jessie holding an energy drink, and somehow this post was circulated around enough that it caught the attention of Justin Bieber. Since Jessica wasn't tagged in the post, Justin actually ended up DMing the gym's account asking who the girl in the post was. Jessica found out about this and posted screenshots of the message to her Twitter. Some people came for her saying that she could have become something special to Justin, but she clapped back by posting pictures of her boyfriend saying, quote, "I've got everything I need right here." Unfortunately, Justin didn't get what he was hoping for, but at least he tried. At number 9, Nikita Dragun. Even though we are still caught in the midst of a global pandemic, it is still advised for people to wear masks, social distance, and some people still break these rules. This is the case with beauty YouTuber Nikita Dragun, as she was caught and exposed for going maskless in an elevator while she was in Miami for a New Year's Eve party last year. The influencer was exposed on TikTok, where fans posted a video of their encounter with her. The fans asked for a photo with her before she was caught, saying that people would get mad at her for not wearing a mask. Well, they did, and she was dragged for it. Lately, so many celebrities have been getting dragged for not being good role models for their fans during this time, and Nikita was one of them. So not only did she get exposed for attending a party during a pandemic, but also for not wearing a mask. This all went down in Florida, and though there are no rules in place, it is still advised to wear your mask for your safety and for the protection of others. Before we carry on talking about celebrities who have been exposed by their own fans, why not take a moment to leave a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, and while you're at it, consider subscribing to the channel to see more videos like this one. At number 8, David Dobrik. YouTuber and former Viner David Dobrik got caught in a massive scandal on the platform that pretty much destroyed his career last year. He was once considered by many as one of YouTube's clean YouTubers, someone who doesn't really have much drama on the platform, but last year all of that changed. He was really popular on the platform, having gained over 9 million subscribers, and he's had some success in showbiz as well, as he's been cast as a judge and host on a few game shows as well. However, last year David's popularity fell and his praise turned into scrutiny as people started to come forward with allegations against David. Former members of David's YouTube friend group called the Vlog Squad came forward, calling David out for bullying and creating a toxic environment, as well as orchestrating pranks that resulted in one friend getting hurt, and a former fan came forward naming a Vlog Squad member as the person who hurt them while they were under the influence, and also exposed David for filming that part of what happened. Last year, he lost a lot of sponsors as well as a company that he recently started. At number 7, Butch Hartman. The artist, known for creating popular Nickelodeon shows like Fairly Odd Parents, Tough Puppy, and Danny Phantom, was exposed last year after Twitter users accused him of plagiarism. Butch Hartman, known for his unique cartoon drawings, had been doing commission drawings for fans for the last little while, and when completed, sometimes he would post some of them on social media to show off what he was creating. This was his way of promoting his commission services, but last year, one of his commission posts was used to expose the artist for plagiarism. One fan noticed that one of the drawings that he did of a character from the anime Attack on Titan looked a little too familiar until they realized that Butch had plagiarized this drawing. Butch profited off the stolen artwork of another artist and sold this piece for a hefty price. The commission pieces that Butch does sells for upwards of $200, so to find out that someone is profiting so much off stolen work is a huge no-no. This scandal exposed even more dirt on Butch, as it was revealed that this wasn't the first time that Butch has been caught copying other art for commissions. Now that he's been exposed, Butch's credibility as an artist took a very big hit, and it's not looking good for him. At number 6, James Franco. Back in 2014, actor James Franco tried sliding into a fan's DMs only to find out that she was actually 17 years old. When their DM conversation was leaked, people honestly thought it was fake, but it turns out that it was 100% real, and James even owned up to his actions. All of this happened when James met a girl visiting New York City as an early 18th birthday present. James met her at an autograph signing outside one of his Broadway performances. The two took pictures together and she tagged him, which obviously led him to finding her her Instagram and DMing her. The two talked for a bit, and the fan even asked to see his ID to make sure that it was really him. After their conversation continued, James asked for her number, her age, and relationship status, and whether or not he should have booked a hotel room for the both of them. Nothing ever ended up happening between them, but the fan ended up exposing their conversation online, and James faced mild backlash after he admitted to his mistakes. But after he admitted to his mistakes, he walked away from the situation still pretty much intact. At number 5, Lil Nas X. Rapper Lil Nas X was in the news a lot last year because of the backlash he was facing from his music video for his song Montero, as well as his quote, devil shoes. A lot of people had been criticizing him for his use of satanic imagery, saying that his content was inappropriate. While on the other side of this drama, Lil Nas X was exposed for his content, but not because of his imagery for being offensive to people, but for having been copied from another artist. A Twitter user shared a side-by-side comparison of Nas's Montero music video to FKA Twig's video for her song Cellophane. Both had similar imagery of heaven and hell, as well as the artist sliding down and dancing on a pole, and so he faced backlash for having copied Twigs. Lil Nas X addressed the controversy on his social media, issuing an apology to those affected, saying that he wasn't aware of the similarities and that he has nothing but love and respect for FKA Twigs. The two artists made up and acknowledged everyone involved in the making of both Montero and Cellophane music videos, but Nas's exposure was just another setback that he had to deal with involving this content. At number 4, Drake. Drake doesn't seem to have the best luck when it comes to the ladies. He's been rejected by Nicki Minaj on multiple occasions. He briefly dated Rihanna, but that didn't work out, and he's been on the losing side of love for a while. Drake even tried DMing Mia Khalifa back in 2015, and that didn't really take off either, and she thought it was kind of cringy actually. Mia dished about what went down in the DMs while being interviewed by CBS Miami 560, and during the interview she was asked if any famous people had ever tried sliding into her DMs, and though she didn't give an actual name, she did say that the person's name rhymes with rake. Not that subtle. She later said that he sent her a half-naked picture and knew that, quote, his intentions were clear. I'm assuming that they never actually spoke to each other until this point, so I'm really wondering what compelled him to drop this picture on her. I'm not the most knowledgeable on this kind of topic simply because no one's out here sliding in my DMs, but for those who are familiar with unsolicited pic DMs, please tell me why this is a thing. Like, shouldn't you have just a little bit of conversation before this? Let me know. At number 3, Anthony Mackie. Marvel actor Anthony Mackie, known for his role as a Falcon in the MCU, faced some internet backlash last year after an old video had resurfaced. The video in question was a clip from an old Wendy Williams interview where he was heard making sexist remarks, saying that a woman's role was to, quote, make daddy a sandwich. During the interview, Anthony and Wendy were having a conversation about gender roles in a relationship, and Anthony's responses were exposed. Anthony also went on to defend this mentality of women serving their partners, giving an example saying, quote, so you better believe it. So you make daddy a sandwich. If I'm outside cutting the grass, bring daddy some lemonade. It's hot outside and I'm cutting all this grass. End quote. A lot of fans were taken aback by the actor's comments, calling them sexist and misogynistic, and resulted in canceling the actor on social media. This cancellation didn't really stick, as he since bounced back with the popularity coming from the Disney Plus series Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but people still exposed him, and he still faced quite a bit of backlash because of it. At number 2, Coldplay. Last year, the music group Coldplay was exposed and caught under fire after Lady Gaga fans alleged that the band stole their new album concept from their mother Monster. This comes after Coldplay announced their new era of music and the release of their song Higher Power. Their new theme is very neon, featuring the colors blue, pink, and purple, and they're seemingly calling it Chaotica. This sounds cool, but not very creative, as Lady Gaga fans were quick to point out the similarities between Chaotica and Gaga's 2020 album Chromatica. This album featured a very similar neon color palette and a pretty similar name. Fans have said that these artists' album aesthetics are too similar to be a coincidence. Both Chaotica and Chromatica are essentially the artists' respective names for their own made-up planets that their albums are based on, so these similarities have fans feeling a little strange. What do you guys think? Is it a ripoff or a coincidence? And finally, at number 1, James Charles. James has been finding himself in a number of scandals over the past few years, seemingly facing new drama every few months. Though in the past there's been petty drama like that between James, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, and Tati Westbrook, recently James's number 1 scandals have been about about his inappropriate contact with fans, specifically those under the age of 18. Recently, James has been hit with lots of backlash after it was discovered that he solicited private photos from fans who turned out to be under the age of 18. James was exposed by a fan on social media where they showed off their messages and photos sent to each other over the period of time that they had been talking. This happened in late February last year, but a similar event happened just a few weeks prior to this incident, after another young man came forward exposing James and recounting how he and James had been having explicit conversations on Snapchat. These allegations are similar to others that he's faced in the past, so people are really starting to get angry with James, and the fact that he seems to walk away from these scandals all the time. Now, before we wrap things up for today, I want you guys to leave a comment down below telling me if there was any celebrity that you wish you could expose, who would it be and why? I want you guys to spill all the tea for me, so leave me your thoughts down in the comments. Anyways, that's it for me. I've been your host, Biru, and until next time, stay safe, make good choices, and stay groovy, friends.